Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. This channel is about spirituality. Please subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. I'm here in the middle of Somerset, England, and it is beautiful and very windy outside, so hopefully this works out. This is my very belated July energy update. I was smack in the middle of my Glastonbury retreat, so didn't get a chance to record for you guys, but better late than never. And we're doing something else new and different today. We are first going to dive deep into the broader energies for July for the human collective. And then you're going to get to select a number, and I'm going to do the 3 buckets. And depending on the bucket that you select, you're going to get a little bit more of a custom reading. I wish I could do those readings personally for you guys, and I wish they could be very, very custom and very, very on point. But we're going to try out this new format to make sure that you have even more clarity going forward than you have ever done or ever gotten from me before. The energies of July. Let's dive right in. July is very fast-paced. Of course, it's the energy of the 7. The 7 is the energy of that conqueror. The 7 is the energy of that Chariot in tarot. It's very masculine in a way. This July is going to be fast-paced. It's going to be good for communication. So if you are looking to get yourself out there, if you're looking to start speaking, if you are an orator or looking to become one, this is the month for you. This is the month to really work out through the things that are constraining and constricting your throat chakra. So anything that has to do with how you express yourself and whether you are able to be on the path in this life. This is all really, really hot topics. These are all very prime subjects for the month of July. Your masculine is going to go through a reset in the month of July. You may notice that your masculine perhaps cannot push anymore in ways that it wanted to or you were really, really comfortable with in the past. So you may be invited to really do an audit of how your masculine energies have been showing up in the world. June is a month of introspection from that perspective. So really looking at where perhaps you have been pushing too much. Where have you not been putting enough of your energy? And July is going to make you question everything. Very often we think we want to go after bigger ideals or we want to be on our mission on our path, and then life gets in the way. So July is the month for you to get the record straight. In the month of July, you will be pulled into activities that are closer to your mission and to your purpose, and a little bit further away from other activities. If you are on a career path that is not aligned with your future, if you are on a career path that no longer holds that special place in your heart, that may come front and center for you in the month of July. July is a month where any kind of inauthenticity is going to be very obvious. So you will be called to dive deeper into your own authenticity. Ask yourself the question of what is it that you, in the version that you are today, want to do with your life? And what are the things that are simply falling away? In some ways, July is a month when your relationships with men in your life, regardless and irrespective of your gender, are going to be pressure tested. Whether that is your relationship with father, whether that is your relationship with your other male relatives, whether that is your relationship with your significant other, if your significant other is masculine. So as you're recalibrating your own masculinity, your relationships with the masculine gender are going to be re-examined. You are being called to step fuller into your strength and into your power, into your purpose in the month of July. It's going to be a month where it's harder to be behind the scenes or be in the background, or, like I said, doing the things that are no longer calling for you. Why don't we try out this new thing that I am really, really excited to try out? Why don't you select one of the 3 objects for me? The first one is going to be the golden key. The second one is going to be the red cherry. And the third one is going to be the blue door. Golden key, red cherry, or blue door. drop into your heart and just close your eyes for a quick second for me and really tune into which of the three readings is going to be most customized for you. It's going to be very, very obvious and very easy for you to pick as long as you come from not the logic, but that inner guidance. All right. If you have selected the golden key, the month of July is all about conquest for you. The month of July is actually all about putting all you have into this one project that is very much mission based and very much aligned with what you came here to do. Whether that is getting started on that book that you've always wanted to write, whether that is pouring all of your energy into starting a new business, whether that is putting yourself out there on social media for a lot of my golden keys, whether that is helping yourself move through resistance to being fully self expressed the way that you came here to be self expressed. In the month of July, you may notice procrastination is front and center for you. That may be the common theme for you through your entire life, procrastination. The month of July, though, is your golden moment, is your golden key. It's a golden opportunity for you to push through that procrastination and understand that when you are on a path, done is better than perfect. Being on it and actually fully allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to be imperfect every step of the way instead of just standing like a deer in the headlights, afraid to make a move. That is how you really are supposed to be moving in life. If you have gotten a golden key, it is because your spirit guides also are reaching out with certain tools for you. So in the month of July, pay attention to certain synchronicities and signs, whether that is animals that you meet on along the path, whether that is certain numeric codes that are around, I don't know, like number plates on cars. All of these things are messages. All of these things are symbols of alignment. So you're being asked to come into your fullest alignment. Also, if you picked a golden key, you are reminded that you have to lead in the month of July with your inner guidance, your gut feeling, right? So really tap into your intuition. You will be tested in the month of July. That is unfortunate news because for a lot of my golden keys, July is a rite of passage moment, which means that there are tests and tribulations coming. Because once you step on the path, the first thing the universe is going to do is test you. Now, those tests can come in a variety of different ways. Some of you will be tested on the strength of your commitment. Some of you will be tested on the strength of your word and promises that you give to yourself. Some of you are actually going to experience a period of low energy. And the universe is almost going to be testing you with that low energy state of like, hey, how committed are you? Are you really truly committed to your purpose? Or the moment you get tired, you're out back door? That is for my golden keys. Know that the help is here, though. Energetic help for my golden keys is here in the month of July. There will be weeks at a time of high productivity where you're supposed to seize the moment and really go for it. Because the energies of the month are masculine, you're really meant to make a dent and you're really meant to make progress on certain projects, certain endeavors of yours. This is not a month to sit still and look pretty, so to say, although sure, you can look pretty while being on your path. Yeah, those are my golden keys. For you, the challenge of the month is going to be doubt. You're going to feel like you're doubting your own path, despite the fact that this is the go time, despite the fact that this is the time for you to make progress on your way, you're going to face your own inner doubt. And that is the shadow of the month for you. This is something to really, really pay attention to. Do my shadow work meditation on One Mother. If you're seeking to work through the shadow of doubt, that is really, really going to help you. The path that we come here to walk as souls is a path paved by our souls and paved by our heart. It is usually the mind, though, and the doubt that the mind brings that is in the way of us walking that path. So allow yourself to move beyond doubt and know that in the month of July, if you are doubting, it is not you, it is the energies, but also know that your doubt is a rite of passage. Doubt can be a very, very healthy phenomenon. Sometimes you are meant to doubt, you're meant to question. But when it comes to the energies of this July and when it comes to your purpose, you are supposed to really fully trust. Dive into that trust and let the universe show you the breadcrumbs. And remember, one step is all that it takes to move towards your destiny, to move towards your higher timeline, your highest path. Don't try to see 10 steps ahead. The month of July for you is not a month of visibility. You're going to be given one breadcrumb by the universe, and you're going to be you're going to be told to go to pursue that, and that should be enough. Know that you don't always need to see 10 steps ahead for you to feel like you're on the path. And as a golden key, know that you got it because the universe is on your side in the month of July. All right, moving on to the red cherry. Ooh, if you're in the red cherry, that is actually very, very pretty. For red cherry, relationships are going to be very front and center in the month of July. And relationships is an area of your life where you're going to be able to make a lot of progress. You're going to be able to make a lot of progress. You're going to be able to potentially be aligned with the one. Now, that being said, if you are out there in the dating scene as a red cherry, pay attention to who comes across your radar because the person you may be looking for at face value may not be what you expect them to be. So learn to read between the lines a little bit as a red cherry. For red cherries, despite the fact that this is a very fast-paced month, you're going to be called to question things like what makes a perfect home for you? Like, where do you want to live? Some of you may be called to move, but not like necessarily move in that month. But some of you may be questioning, are you in the place in life, city, town, country, where you are at your happiest? And some of you may receive a calling to move. Hear the call. Dive deeper, drop within, meditate. Some of you may be called to remodel, reconfigure your home. There is that a little bit of that anxiousness or angst with the red cherries around, I'm not sure I love it. I'm loving my home. What can I do to make it better? A lot of Venusian energies actually coming from for this archetype. So dive into your Venus. Venus means creativity from the feminine perspective. So get your energies flowing with the feminine arts such as song, singing, and dance. And also see if your artistic streak wants to come out. But I totally see some of this group wanting to like repaint the walls or use like or buy a whole new set of wallpapers. Some of you, there's something that's coming through for this particular group that is very um something around the kitchen and organizing the cabinets and like buying a whole new set of silverware or dishes or glassware. And allow yourself to do that because it is through following the guidance of Venus when we want to beautify things in our own home or in our gardens. Some of you, by the way, are definitely going to want to be in full on gardening mode and really considering if you're in this group, considering either having a garden or expanding your garden or growing flowers or growing certain bushes in your garden. That is also very Venusian. But you're going to be driven by wanting to beautify things. If you follow the footsteps, if you follow the beckoning call of Venus, though, you will notice the distortion, certain distortions being removed from different facets of your life. The Venus sometimes gives a very subtle hint at what you're meant to be doing. But if you follow the breadcrumbs yet again, you will notice that your life is just doing a 180. In other words, you may be called to beautify your home or to seek beauty in the outer world. And if you follow those breadcrumbs, if you allow those energies in, you would notice that the Venusian energies are getting inside of your body and really reformulating, reforging everything inside of you. For you, you are meant to make progress on a creative endeavor as well, just like the golden keys. But this is less about achievement. For you, it's more about fulfillment and purpose in a way that is something that's very heartfelt. So it's almost like allow in the month of July to sing the song of your heart, whatever that means to you. I see a lot of baking coming up for this group. Some of you are actually meant to do cookbooks, so recipe books. That's kind of interesting and a little bit particular. Go on an adventure. If you're a red cherry, go on an adventure. You're really being called to travel. You're really being called to be in your gypsy mode and not really full on commit to anything. And the guides are showing me like this long, beautiful road and kind of like the old school gypsy wagon, and you're kind of like just following your path, you may be called to travel to a remote location or a place that has been calling you from deep within, and you finally are going to be able to hear that call. Some of you will be planning trips to very remote, very beautiful locations. Some of you may be called to go on a pilgrimage. Take that. Very strong motherly energies for for this group. So some of you have picked a red cherry. You're either going to be mothering everyone or everything around you. Some of you may get pregnant. Some of you are just maybe just be very, very close to your kids if you have the kids. But it's a very motherly energy for the month of July, and it's a little bit of upgrading your motherhood. Like, what would it take to be the next level mom? But I'm not talking from the perspective of a sacrificial mom. It would be like, how can you be better expressed through motherhood, mothering, nurturing, and caring energies? And for that, you don't even need to be a mother. For that, you don't even need to be female. You can be a male, but maybe perhaps you are called to nurture someone or something. And ask yourself this question if you are the red cherry: who in my life needs more nurturing and TLC from me? And see if you can take action on that. Last but not least is the blue door people. Ooh, my blue door people. You are here for a massive, massive throat chakra awakening. For some of you, though, it may not be through ease in the month of July. Some of you may be you may be experiencing sore throats or just certain pains in your throat. And you're like, I'm not sure. It's like a message is stuck in you. It's like a song and you're a bird, but that song is stuck in you. I have a lot of throat chakra meditations on One Mother. I have an entire throat chakra healing workshop on thisismariya.com if you need that help. Other than that, what would help you is chanting. So literally, if you feel like there's a message that needs to come out and your throat just needs to be more and more open because there's a lot of trauma stuck in there, allow yourself the practice of chanting. It could be every morning, it could be every evening, it doesn't really matter. It could be singing in the shower. Just take a particular note and almost like allow yourself to sing the song of your throat. And first you can drop into the trauma of your throat and try chanting that trauma out. And then you may drop into like the beauty of your throat energies and chant that out, right? Just sing the tune, right? It doesn't have to be a word. It can just be like a syllable or like just a particular letter that you're singing. So a lot of throat chakra activations, some hard conversations coming up for my blue doors, some really, really hard conversations, including with your loved ones. There are some boundaries that need to be established or re-established for you. There's somewhere in your life where the boundaries have been broken and you have been perhaps too giving, too generous, and people have perhaps been abusing that. So there needs to be a healing of those energies. And that healing is coming full force for you at this time. Now, before you can establish the boundary, you have to get clear about what those boundaries are. So for some of you, you may be going through as a blue door this place in your life of like mild unhappiness or just feeling like perhaps you're a little bit drained or that your energies are a little bit off. Ask yourself where you're giving too much and specifically to whom you're giving too much. Has anybody perhaps been abusing your generosity? Is anybody tapping into your energy perhaps a little bit too much? And figure it out for yourself if you want to keep going with that or you perhaps are done. For my blue doors, the month of July is a month of a lot of questioning. It's about asking the questions, but not necessarily receiving the answers. So be patient with yourself and your process. You may experience this sensation of feeling lost and like you're not quite sure of what next. And even if you have been getting guidance from spirit guides and otherwise before, the month of July is not going to feel like a month of visibility or clarity. It's going to feel like the cloudy sky a little bit and maybe a little bit of a foggy situation. No, it is not you. It's the energies, and you're going to receive a lot more clarity coming up in August and September. For you, nurturing and self care is really, really, really important. And like I said, throat chakra healing, because some conversations, tough conversations, are in order. I don't think you could avoid conflict in the month of July if you tried. Understand that conflict is in and of itself not a bad thing if you're conflict avoidant. Conflict is a means towards building peace. and honor your own voice. There is a message, like I said, stuck in your throat that really wants to come out. And you're going to have to give yourself permission to do that. And very often you would know exactly to whom that message belongs. But if you do not know, I recommend a lot of journaling for you in the month of July. Um, and you can literally start it by writing down the question. And the question would go something as follows: what is the message that is stuck in my throat right now? What do I need to say that I have been not allowing myself to say, right? So you really want to start unpacking what has been sitting in your throat, because when our throats are blocked, our entire lives are blocked. We're not able to be who we came here to be. We're not able to move at our own pace. And even our intuition is blocked, because very often the energies are rising from bottom up as we're going through our human incarnations. And if they get stuck in the throat, you're going to get very little guidance, because your energies are not even going to be able to move to your third eye area. What else for my blue doors? There is, despite the fact that it's a very low visibility month for you, there is that message of hope. I'm seeing this blue bird kind of in the sky, floating around, and this blue bird is that message of, you know what, there's going to be a respite after this. It's all going to work out. So you're just going to have to trust that. Despite the fact that July is not a very pretty month for you energetically, the things are aligning for you. It's like you were in the rough seas, or like you're in the sea somewhere, and then somebody or something, some energy is like literally placing little plates in front of you, and these plates form a road. And you don't yet see a road, but trust that it is being created for you, on your behalf, for you. My blue doors are also going to be questioning what they do for living in the month of July if it is not aligned. Some of you may be questioning if the amount that you're currently earning is in alignment with what your current needs are. Some of you may be called to go look for another job, or start a company, or just somehow move towards earning more. And this is actually perfect timing for you to start thinking about, yes, what is it that will align with you from the financial perspective? Some of you are meant to start a side project as a blue door, but that side project would most likely come from your heart, or would be something that you have denied yourself. Um, for my blue doors, another very, very strong topic around health is coming up. It's almost like there's been something around your health that you have not tended to, that you have been brushing under the rug, hoping it would go away. And there may be some flare ups health wise for you. Um, Understand that everything starts with the energy. Your physical symptoms are a byproduct of something, they're not the root cause. It all starts at the level of ether. So ask yourself, how does what about your energy is being distorted? This is actually a good month for you to do some meditations, perhaps with your higher self. I have a number of them with One Mother as well. And those meditations are going to provide additional clarity around um, what are the distortions around your energy, what are some of the traumas that have been running your life. You may require that guidance, but again, whatever you do, July is a month of realignment for you from the health perspective. Certain things are going to have to be addressed head on, and it is not advisable that you just brush them under the rug anymore. And that's pretty much it. That's the overview for the July energies, you guys. Please let me know in the comments if you are enjoying these three object situation. If not, we're going to go to the challenges and the blessings of the month like we used to before. Or maybe I'll just keep it different every single time. I do not yet know. If you have been sensing the energies, because I know you are all sensitive babies, and we're smack in the middle of, not in the middle, at the beginning of July already. So I'm sure that some of it has already hit you. Please let me know in the comments how you're feeling. And also let me know which of the three objects you have selected. That's it. Sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.